Good morning, grade 10 students. Welcome back to our class. We are in models, the topic, right? First day we have gone with can and could, and the negatives of it, can't and couldn't. Second day, may, might. Now the third day, let us move with shall, should, will, would. Actually, all these models are the combination of possibility, ability, necessity, suggestion, advice, duty, obligation. All these similar things will come one by one, step by step. And when you come to this will concept, in this, everything will be followed with the personal pronouns, isn't it? And means first person, second person, third person. Okay, and it has some uses. Commands and promises. The usage of will, commands and promises for simple futuristic way of saying, and the promise way of saying so. Okay. And the next usage is with threat or determination. Determination or threat. The other use of shall is threat and determination. So, one is simply futuristic, at the same time commands and promise, and the other one is threat and determination. When it comes for should, means what is should here? The past tense of shall. So, in this, you will be having opinion, suggestion, and permission, possibility. These all will come under these usages. And for indirect speech, where shall is being used in the direct speech, it turns up into should. In such manner also we can use this. And still more lest, when we use the word lest, L-E-S-T, lest in the sense if so, or to avoid, like that. Ride the bike properly, lest you will fall down, if so, or like that. Okay, such things we will be using should. Okay, now first of all, see the table here, the tabular form. You observed the personal pronouns first person, second person, third person, right? Now come to the topic. The usage of shall is in the first person. We'll use for to express simple futurity. What it is? We use for to express simple futurity. Example I can give. I shall leave for Vijayawada tomorrow. We shall see you again. That is the first usage of shall. And when we come to the second usage, now we will be using this in second and third persons. Second and third persons, for what sake? It seems to express a command or promise, either a command or a promise. That is, he shall not enter my office again. It's a command. He shall not enter my office again. Okay. And if it is a promise, you shall get a reward if you get first class. What is the promise here? You shall get a reward if you get a first class. And the third usage of shall is again with the second and third persons only, personal pronouns, to express a threat or determination. What is it? A threat or determination. For example, you shall be punished for your rude behavior. You shall be punished for your rude behavior. What it is? It's a threat. Everything shall be done according to law. Okay. Everything shall be done according to law. This is determination. So one example for threat, one example for determination. So shall uses are these three. What is that? In first person it is used for future, simple futurity, and in the second usage, second and third person personal pronouns, we will be taking it for commands and promise. One more example for threat and determination. Right? Now should, the past form of shall. Here it is expressed for duty, or it is expressed for should is we can use for duty, it seems, means you should tell the truth. Duty in the sense one's own duty. Students is equal to just any casual meaning. Students is equal to read, to study, that's it. That it is their duty. Teachers to teach, isn't it? Like that. Here to express duty, you should tell the truth. We should obey the law. We should obey the law. Even it is you or me, we have to. So that is the duty. And the second point or second usage we can say is in if clause condition to express a supposition that may not be true. Means we have if clauses, means if conditions, type 1, type 2, type 3, probable, improbable conditions, isn't it? So in such conditions we will be using should. For example, if they should come, ask them to wait. That is one of the example. If they should come, ask them to wait. If it should rain, he will not come. If it should rain, he will not come. If it rains, he won't come. That's the meaning there. Okay. And should is used in indirect speech also. Indirect speech in the sense as the past tense of shall. Like what? He said that the rogue should be punished. He said that the rogue should be punished. And one more usage is after lest. Lest in the sense here, L-E-S-T. Lest is, the meaning of lest is to avoid the fear of. Okay, to decrease the intensity of. These meanings we can take. So after lest means, one example I can say basing on that you can get it. Ride carefully lest you should fall. Ride your bike or cycle carefully. Lest means if not, you should fall. Obviously. So ride carefully lest you should fall. And one more expression for polite formation. What it is? For polite formation. Should like to. Should like to. In the expression of should like to. If we take the example, I should like to help him. I should like to help him. Okay. Dear students, we will wind up today's class with shall and should. Tomorrow, in the next class, we can discuss about will and would. That's all for today. Thank you. Bye bye.